I loved his analogy that he used at the end of, I believe it was chapter 8. And I didn't talk about that in the last video because it was a pretty serious concept. And he talked about we have 5 balls in life that we're typically juggling. And he got that from someone else, but used that in his book. And he said it's work, family, friends, health, and integrity. And you're juggling all 5 balls and you're trying to hold them up and try not to let any of them drop and hit the ground. And when you're trying to do that with all 5, the difference between juggling 4 balls and 5 balls is infinitely harder. And if you realize that your work ball is made out of rubber, and if you drop it, it will bounce back and you can catch it again, it means you can focus on those 4 balls of your personal life, which are actually made out of glass. And which means if you drop them, they're gonna nick, get cracked, scratched, or maybe even completely shatter. So you look at that with work. It is okay to swing farther with work. And if you drop something in work for a little longer, it's totally okay. Whereas in your personal life, if you drop your integrity, your health, your friends, or your family for very long, you're probably gonna be in trouble. So health-wise, you can go a little while eating cheeseburgers and drinking pop and you'll be fine. You go too long, you're gonna start having problems. Friends, you can't ditch your friends too long, or you're gonna have issues. Family, same way, and you never wanna drop your integrity. So those 4 balls, remember, are made out of glass, and you cannot drop those. And that's why your swings, your counterbalances within your personal life, within those 4 categories, they need to be short. But with work, you can focus on one area longer and then swing back to the other area and swing back and catch that after it bounces, and it's gonna be okay. Now, in anything, like we talked about in the last one, you can't leave it too long. You can never leave it so long that it's not there when you come back, and you can never walk so far away that you can't find your way back. And that applies for both personal and work life. It's just in work life, you can walk a little farther away and you'll probably find your way back, and you can stay out a little longer, and that problem will probably still be there, or that task will probably still be there when you come back. However, you walk away from your friends or family too long, they may not be there when you get back. So keep that in mind when you're looking at these things. Prioritize at work and prioritize at home. So when you're at work, set your priorities. When you're at work, be at work. When you're at home, set your priorities for at home, your personal life, and be at home. Don't be at work. It's a little harder to do in our industry, but I'm telling you, I've been figuring out how to do it, and it is drastically changing my life in terms of, first of all, just my time with my family and kids, my relationships there, my relationships with my family, everything else. And it's also making things better at work because I'm focused on work when I'm there. So remember, when you're at work, figure out the priorities there and stay at work. When you're at home, figure out your priorities there in your personal life and stay at home. And that may have to be broken up into 3 or 4 different times in the same day, but make a separation. And that also falls into the category of multitasking. You're not multitasking your home and work priorities. So keep those 5 balls in mind. Remember, work is rubber ball. It can be dropped and caught again after it bounces back, but you need to catch it after it bounces. That is key. But it can bounce and you can catch it. Your integrity, health, family, friends, those are glass balls. You can't drop them. You got to keep juggling them. All right, comment on this.